Okay, welcome to another song and rants where we are gonna just wing it. Today I want to talk about the idea of a unicorn. Unicorn, if any of you have ever seen the High Crazy Matrix, which is definitely an educational YouTube search, and find that is what it is. You talk about the unicorn, finding the unicorn as a single person. You know, how do you know you found this unicorn? How do you know? Do they exist? I was actually talking to my coach a little while ago, a couple months ago maybe, and I was like, yeah, we're talking about this idea of the unicorn, and she goes, unicorns don't they're they don't really exist, right, Nick? Like you understand that, right? Like this is a fictitious character. Meow. But and then she asked me a great question. She said, "So what's it like to just ride a regular horse?" So my question is it about finding a unicorn, or is it about settling for a regular horse? Or is everybody who's got a partner or married or whatever, have they all just found their unicorn? Now I've been secretly, not so secretly, interviewing, asking questions, asking people about this. And what I've found is there's a variety of different responses to this topic and this idea of finding a unicorn. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this, and she said, yeah, my husband, in the beginning he was a unicorn, but then eventually, over time, he kind of became a horse. He was a good horse, but now he's, might be more of a dead horse, and might be more of a turned into a different, like a chicken or some kind of different animal. So, there's this progression. Like when you first meet somebody, it's like, whoa, you are. How could you even be more perfect? So changing from that so there's this digression. That's one philosophy. I think I was talking to someone else, another friend, and they were saying that, for me, it's either when you meet somebody, it's either, I'm going to try and go lightly on the Effenheimers with this series, but said, it's either a frig yes or a frig no. And I thought that's kind of a cool theory, like really black and white, really separate it. But really, I think that there's a couple of pieces that are all, when all the people that I've talked to in relationships, partners, there's this common theme that they all sort of describe the ultimate partner. And there is a list you can make. You can make a list, and I don't think that's necessarily bad. I think it's good. That kind of defines your values, and there's some non-negotiables in there. There's some deal breakers that should be in there. But there's this thing about, some words, and there has to be magic. If in that list you can have someone that checks all the boxes or most of the boxes, and if they don't check the magic box, it's just not going to work. Another term I've heard is finding my person, and I had someone else say, finding your person is like coming home, and coming home is like when somebody can finish your sentences, who just knows what you're gonna say, who really knows who you are. And there's this great quote that I heard a few years ago now, and it was Frank Schaefer, and he said, heaven is truly being seen for who you really are. Oh, I hope I didn't botch that. I'm trying to wing this a little bit, but I love that phrase. Heaven is really being seen for who you are. And I think that's maybe the most important one, is really really being able to see your heart, when someone can really see your heart. I also had another friend the other day who said, you know what, all women, they're just gonna lie to you. I was like, no, I refuse to believe that, because I want to believe a woman's word. Anyway, this is just a total rant, and I would love to know your perspective on this, and what you think about who a unicorn is. Do they exist? Should you wait for them? Is settling good? Like, is it settling? I want to know your thoughts. So anyways, without further ado, I did record a song, one of my favorites. Sure, let's put it on the top 50 favorites, from one of my favorite albums of all time, Octum Baby, a U2 song called Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses, with my very good friend Rachel Taylor from Nashville. And here we go. You're dangerous, 'cause you're honest. You're dangerous, you don't know what you want. Well, you left my heart as empty as a vacant lot for any spirit to haunt. Hey, sha-la-la, hey, you're an accident waiting to happen. You're a piece of glass left out on the beach. Well, you tell me things I know you're not supposed to. Then you leave me just out of reach. Hey, sha-la-la, hey, sha-la-la. Who's gonna ride your wild horses? Who's gonna drown in your blue sea? Who's gonna ride your wild horses? Who's gonna fall at the foot of thee?
You stole it 'cause I needed the cash, and you killed it 'cause I wanted revenge. Well, you lied to me 'cause I asked you to. Baby, can we still be friends?
Hey, sha-la-la, hey, sha-la-la. Who's gonna ride your wild horses? Who's gonna drown in your blue sea? Who's gonna ride your wild horses? Who's gonna fall at the foot of thee?
gonna ride your wild horses? Who's gonna drown in your blue sea? Who's gonna taste your saltwater kisses? Who's gonna take the place of me?